All right, so this is our half kneeling, contract, relax, or pels and rails to lengthen the back hip into more extension, which is when your leg is behind you, like if you're doing like a reverse lunge or you're sprinting or running, that back hip needs to be able to extend. A lot of the times that tightness comes from maybe just the hip flexor's a little bit tight, maybe it needs to get actually a little bit stronger, and also needs to kind of lengthen under some tension. So this setup can be a little bit finicky, but if we can set this up, it's a great way to open up the back hip, and you might even get some contraction on the front leg as well. So I'm gonna have myself set up where I have a pad, just if you're like on a hardwood floor, and I'm gonna grab, the kettlebell works pretty good because it's a bigger surface area. A dumbbell could work, but because it's so low, it might just hit your knee. So if you can grab a kettlebell, like a heavy kettlebell, that's great. If you don't have a heavy kettlebell, then you can kind of put something in front of it, like a bench, to basically prevent it from moving, because you're actually going to push through the kettlebell to contract the back hip flexor, and then we're gonna basically spread the floor apart to kind of activate the glute. So what it's gonna look like, think about this being a slow and gradual intentfulness. So you don't want to just blast through this at 100% intensity. You want to slowly build up that internal tension, like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80%, whatever intensity that you can tolerate without maybe moving through other regions of the body. So again, I'm getting this nice kind of stacked position, half kneeling. And then what you're gonna do is on the contract part, you're gonna think about pressing your back knee forward into the kettlebell, so it's going to activate your front hip flexors, along with the front leg kind of pulling back. So you're going to feel the front hamstring, the back hip flexor. I'm almost pulling the floor together as I create that maximal intensity, and then I'm going to separate the floor, which is basically squeezing my glute, and I'm trying to tear the floor apart. So you can see I'm going to bring it in with tension, and I'm going to bring it out with tension. So what it looks like, and I like this for support so you're not moving around too much, I'm going to gradually drag my front heel in. I'm going to push my front knee forward. And what I feel here is contraction of my front hamstring because I'm pulling in. And I feel my back hip flexor working because I'm pushing in. I'm going to get to the point where I feel I can't push any harder. So like that 60, 70, 80% intensity, I'm going to hold that 8 seconds. So I'm creating internal tension through the kettlebell. Once you hold that for about 8 to 10 seconds, you're going to spread it apart. So now I'm squeezing my back glute to extend now. And I'm almost trying to push my front leg forward, like I'm separating the ground now. I'm gonna hold that 8 seconds. Don't really feel that back glute. And again, I'm gonna relax. And again, I'm gonna pull my front knee and my heel together. So I'm pulling in now. I'm feeling my front hip flexor. It's gonna take a few times to get used to this. Get to your highest intensity that's comfortable. Hold that 8 to 10 seconds. And then you're gonna release. And now do the opposite, where you're gonna try to separate the ground, squeeze the back glute to open up. And you shouldn't be sliding, okay? You should almost feel no movement, but you're creating internal tension. The last one, I'm gonna pull in again. I feel that back hip being worked. 8 to 10 second push, and then 8 to 10 second squeeze on the back hip, trying to separate away now. And that's our half kneeling, contract, relax, and open up the back hip.